Dubai, UAE, and one of the things that I love most about Dubai is how it attracts people from around the world, bringing their cultures and their food all together in one city. Today we are gonna go on an ultimate, I'm gonna do a combo bite. Wow, yeah. A huge food tour of Dubai. We're gonna visit some of the lesser known destinations, eat at some of the best kept secret hole-in-the-wall restaurants, everything from casual to gourmet food in Dubai. I'm gonna take you with me on this incredible food journey, so sit back, relax, get a snack if you're hungry, and let's explore this vibrant, incredible city of food. We're on the outskirts of Dubai at Mamzar Beach, and there are some hidden gem restaurants out here. But really quickly, you might be noticing that this is not my average vlog. This is a little bit more professional, a lot more professional. I am joined by an amazing team of 10. There's 4 cameras rolling. They're holding a tent. And a huge thank you to Visit Dubai for inviting me on this trip. We're on our way to go eat a huge Emirati breakfast. We're on the outskirts of Dubai at a place called Al Jaware, which is known for their authentic Emirati food and also the traditional dining setting. So I'm looking forward to the diversity and a huge Emirati breakfast. So within the restaurant, there's a number of different places that you can choose to sit. There's tables, there's private family areas, and then there's the mejalas. And this is a traditional part of Emirati culture and a place where a family would greet visitors, socialize, share food together, and I think it's the most homely area to sit, so this is where we're gonna eat.
This is the Emirati breakfast. Today we'll have khamir with the cheese and dips. This is the sauce. We'll have also balalit. We'll have dangus, the chickpeas. We'll have egg with tomatoes with Dfgggg bread.
Okay.
And then in the corner that will be the ragag with the cheese and mashawa. And then we'll have the pancake, but it's calling by Emirati chabab.
The Emirati breakfast feast is ready. We're just gonna jump right in and start eating. So I'll start with this bread here along with some eggs which have been scrambled with tomatoes. Everything prepared fresh, traditional Emirati breakfast dishes. Oh yeah. I love the chewiness of that bread. And then you've got the scrambled eggs, which are really like finely mashed up. So it just mingles with that tomato juice and the oil. And I mean, even before trying all of the different dishes, the smells, the aromas, you smell cardamom. I like how there's a mixture of both sweet and savory dishes because we've got the date palm syrup, we've got Emirati fish sauce, all together in one meal. So already just the diversity and the different flavors that are gonna be involved. Next up, we're gonna try the belalit. It's a very unique dish, very interesting because it has noodles on the bottom with an omelet on top. There are spices involved, and then I do know that it has kind of a unique sweet and savory taste all at once. It's very unique. It is sweet. You taste that aromatic spice to it. I think mainly cardamom. It's nice how it just kind of like almost just melts in your mouth. The noodles are very soft, and then the different texture of the omelet. Very good. I'm gonna move on to the khamir bread. Oh wow, that is amazingly pillowy and airy. So it's served along with a side of date syrup as well as cheese on the side. I'll go with the date syrup first and maybe just drizzle a little bit of this onto the first bite. It has an amazing kind of smoky roasted flavor to it. Oh, but with that date syrup, man, it makes it so fragrant. Maybe break off a piece and dip it into that cheese. Oh yeah. And that's great how you can choose if you want the salty or the sweet. Both are good. This is exactly what I needed. Thank you. I need a sip of that immediately. This is karak. Just about everybody in Dubai will start their day, will finish their day, throughout their day with a few cups of karak tea. You taste the strength of the tea and then that cardamom coming through, the sweetness of it. You can drink it all day long. Next dish is dengo, which are chickpeas. These are nice because they're not too soft. There's just enough like salt balanced with lime or lemon juice in there just to like bring it together. And then we'll move on to the chabab, which are like Emirati pancakes. They're rolled on the plate, and then again they are served with the date syrup, and I believe you could also eat it with the cheese. I'll again go for the date syrup first. Oh wow, yeah. It's so soft. It's so just slightly gummy. And again, with that date syrup, man, I love date syrup because it's like sweet, but it's not like that really harsh sweetness. It's just like a soothing, mellow sweetness with so much complexity to it, so much fruitiness. Date syrup is amazing. I'm gonna do a combo bite. That's the only thing left to do. So cheese first, and then date syrup so that it sticks. The best of everything all in one bite. Wow, yeah. Do the combination. The creamy stickiness of the cheese, the sweet fragrance of the date syrup. Oh yeah. And lastly, dfgggg bread, which is one of my favorite Emirati dishes, snacks. It's a paper-thin bread. It is filled with Emirati anchovy fish sauce as well as cheese. And yeah, it's really thin, really light, but really fragrant, really crispy. Yeah, you can hear that crispiness. Yeah, it's so paper thin that it's crispy all the way through. And then it's just like a light fragrance, not too heavy, but the fish sauce, I mean, that umami of the fermentation, it's just so good along with that cheese in there. You could eat it at any time of the day. It's addictive. Yeah, it's so good. That was an amazing breakfast. I loved the selection of different dishes. I especially love the dfgggg, the chabab, and that combination with the cheese and the date syrup. You don't want to miss it. From here, we're gonna continue our exploration of Dubai, and we have a lot more food coming up. And next up, we're going to a restaurant. It's really in a beautiful location next to the mosque and surrounded by what is a little mini oasis of date palm trees. The restaurant is called Al Farij, and they have been serving authentic Iranian kebabs since 1987. Kebabs are some of my favorite food in the world. You can just feel the fire in your face. Yeah, so hot. So there's half a dozen different types of kebabs on the grill right now. Man, it just smells so good. And a raging hot, a blazing fire, white hot coals fanned on by the flames to keep them raging hot, and just the way the meat sizzles is just what makes all the difference. I mean, that like intense smokiness, that char. Oh, that's what kebabs are all about, that fat sizzling out of the kebabs. Oh man, the juiciness is gonna be out of control. Look at that, that is beautiful. Oh man, that is a tray. Shukran. Wow, that is a platter of meat. Oh man, I'm just like overwhelmed by a 10-kilo tray of kebabs. There's nothing more beautiful in this world, but then all the different sides as well, the salads, the vegetable garnish, the Persian rice with barberries on top. Man, this is 6 varieties of kebabs. Man, I gotta begin with that. I believe this is the kebab kubide, which is just the ultimate classic of all Iranian kebabs. Just the minced meat, usually like not heavy on spice, but minced meat and onions. One of the ways, actually oftentimes they'll do this for you, but I love how they served it on a skewer this time. Take the bread, kind of like wipe up those meat juices, let them absorb into the bread, and then just kind of gently just pull it out. Just let the meat slide right out, and then you can see on that bread some of the meat juice has just stuck to the bread. Here we go, kebab kubide to begin this meal. Oh, wow. You immediately taste that smokiness, that intense fire that they cook these kebabs on. It's so juicy and oily. The meat is caramelized. You taste the juice of the onions in there. Wow. And you're gonna wanna taste that with some onion. And have it all mix in your mouth all at once. Oh yeah. Next kebab, I'm gonna go for, I believe these two are chicken over here on this side. Oh man, again, the smokiness and just that intense, like char from that fire. Oh yeah, that's a juicy piece of chicken. Okay, next up for the chicken tikka kebab. What you can see, this is a totally different marinade, even smaller pieces of chicken on the kebab. That same char, that same intense roasted fire on it. Oh wow. You taste more of a like citrusiness to this, man. And again, it's like such a different flavor from the other chicken. Okay, let's move on to the next kebab kubide, which is maybe with chicken because of the color of this. And actually, I remember one of the combos that you do is you can take a piece of the kebab, tomato juice and some of that roasted tomato on there. There we go. And that's the bite you want with the kebab. The juiciness of the tomato, that little like hint of acidity, man, and just that salty, oily, such flavorful kebab. Moving over to this side of the tray, there's two types of lamb kebabs. Let's try this one. Yeah, that is meaty, but man, the marinade, you taste that acidity, you taste the light spice, you taste the fire. That's just like the ultimate meatiness that you've always wanted. And then one more lamb kebab, which is a totally different marinade, a totally different mixture of spices and seasoning. Oh wow. That one is even more tender. The creaminess of this lamb is what stands out. Something I love about a kebab tray of this size is the variety. And all of the different kebabs have a different flavor, have a different spice blend, have a different taste to them. And they all, I mean, it's great to just have a diversity, have a variety at your table, and to be able to sample all the different kebabs in one meal. I'm deep within the old souk of Dubai, and I especially love these really narrow alleys where you can reach out and touch both sides. Oh man, I just love that breeze that comes down through these narrow alleyways. But this is one alley where you've got to squeeze. And if you ate one too many kebabs, you might not fit. There's stores of every kind, and this really highlights the diversity of Dubai. There's flowers, there's temples, you smell incense burning as you walk down these ancient alleys of the old market. It's really, really beautiful, and it's really such a contrast and a diversity that represents Dubai. Oh yeah, that hits the spot, man. The flavor of the spices, the cardamom in there, the masala. And there's just no better place to drink a tea. I mean, within the ancient market, within the alleys, the sights and sounds, the aromas, the incense, the spices. Oh yeah, love it. Good morning from Dubai. We are in Al Karama, which is a busy district known for its delicious food. And we are starting this morning at a place called Mumbai Express, where they